good fight, one-on-one.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. Here we go for round one. The straight right just misses. With the hook. That counter shot lands. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. These two lightweights are showing you why they are the best of the best. Fighter is a swarmer. They're like a mosquito that just won't leave you alone, except this mosquito can knock you out with one punch.
Oh, man, you've got a swarm in your face. You've got to try and push him off, make him go into the rope. You've got to sometimes fight fire with fire. Put him low on the blind side of the referee. Get him angry.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Punch, counter punch. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. The game plan does not seem... And there's the bell to start round two. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counter-puncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter-puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
He misses with that straight left. A perfect counter lands. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out. Nice punch. Well done with that counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao. On to the third. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
powerful counter punch. They block the hook. His stamina is off the charts. Failing to score with that right hook. There's a counter shot. Straight right just misses. He threw the hook, didn't land. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Manny Pacquiao.
Start to make mistakes.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
He threw a punch and just got countered. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go, and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Big swing and a miss with the hook. Back and forth they go. Good defense there to stop that hook. Neither fighter willing to slow down. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao. There's the bell to start round 5. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. He's sharp.
How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Misses with the straight left. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Missing with the left hook. Right jab just misses. That one lands. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
A shot from the gods took him out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Give me your glove.
Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Beaten, Let's start the 6th. Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns in the last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Good one. Nice slip to avoid the jab. Nice counter. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
The fighter's vision is paramount, and the referee may stop it here.
Are you all right? Are you okay?
And it looks like this fight will continue. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. Well, he is in big... There's the bell to start round 7. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Good counter punching. A perfect counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
The straight right just misses. Swing and a miss with that hook. Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter punching.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing. There's the bell to start round 8. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Jab misses. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. He missed with that jab. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Another win.
You got me. Run that back.
Hope you've passed your scuba license exam. We're underwater at the Atlantis. And here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend?
First up, the artist from the United States of America. It's the Pac-Man.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from the United States of America, wearing the orange trunks with dark green trim, the artist.
A lot of trash. And that's the opening bell, round 1. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Which fighter will say no mas? One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
It's so hot, so heated. There's a roof on here. You don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on you.
That counter punch caught him clean. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. And he misses with that straight left. Beautiful counter shot. Through the left uppercut, but it misses. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. You know that bell. Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement. Moves left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
Nice counter shot. The perfect counter lands. Misses with the straight left. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They exchange punches. Beautiful counter punch. Missing with that jab. That jab misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Pretty dominant round there. The bell rings and we start the third. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Insane action. Blocks the left uppercut. Both men step back for just a moment. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Swing and a miss for that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. There's the bell for round 4. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Defense on that hook. Catch and shoot. He parries the right jab away. That punch has been his best weapon all fight long. Good counter punch. Time they drop their guard, they get caught. Punch, counter punch. Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you flip and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Perfect counter shot. They both want a highlight reel knockout. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. It's no secret who has the... Time for the 5th round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
How about that time counter shot? He threw a punch and just got countered. The courage on display here is incredible. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about a... Let's start the sixth. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walked right through it?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when he catch you.
Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? These punches coming from every angle. And Manny goes down. I don't know, I gotta take another look at that.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
One, two, three, four. You still want to fight?
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
But look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling you to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner. Somehow get to the end of the round.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. It's not over till it's over. And there's the bell to start round 7. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Now, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Seemed like an eternity for them. Finally, and we enter the 8th round. That corner has got to find a way to get. You'd like to see more jabs.
looking like skies and binoculars. Two nights live, singing by the opera house, but not in it. Just by it, someone alongside it. A long silence. Strong, vibrant, meditative song of guidance designed to raise eyelids sublime and save the assignments with warm regards and age kindness for today's climate. In the vein of gang violence meets the gang's demises, and it bangs, rises like wings on a plane, plus a pilot who can fly into the eye. Hurricane, iris stylish, same shoe in different sizes with evidences of the mileage and the growth. Top hats and coats, tuxedos and throats where the bow ties post. Folks look past the lower class blower of the notes and tell unspoke jokes as they approach what she'll never be inside. But she holds, yeah, really need, very beautifully, very rated. Little battle rise for you, little battle ride, really need. What's up? Little battle rise for you. Come on through the unamplified, fantasized land.